facilities.
Putting you first, you're watching KMVT News with Joe Martin and Brittany Cooper. This is KMVT News at 10.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for tuning in for your news at 10 tonight. I'm Joe Martin.
And I'm Brittany Cooper. Good news for those concerned about two children who went missing earlier this evening. Addison Pierce and Jackie Korb were found safe and sound on the north side of Twin Falls after leaving the Boys and Girls Club this afternoon. The Twin Falls Police Department wants to thank the community for their support.
This afternoon in Boise, lawmakers addressed the topic of vaccine mandates in the workplace. KMVT's Steve Kirsch was there and filed the following report.
On the steps of the Idaho State Capitol in front of a crowd of concerned citizens, Representative Ron Nate of Rexburg was joined by a group of lawmakers asking that the state legislature reconvene and pass legislation that prohibits vaccine mandates. Lieutenant Governor Janice McKeon says it's time for Idahoans to fight back.
We're sick and tired of these mandates, these violations of our individual freedoms and rights.
Nate says he and other lawmakers have received heartbreaking messages from workers in the healthcare industry who are scared of losing their jobs because they don't want to get the vaccine.
Especially when it's an experimental vaccine, or should I say gene therapy, or should I say emergency youth authorized only.
He and others say a vaccine mandate is a violation of someone's constitutional rights and people should have a choice.
We put ourselves at risk every day. Our patients are at risk too, but ultimately, it's an individual decision and it should remain so.
Nate says it's time for lawmakers to be held accountable by the voters.
Tell them, number one, they must demand action from Speaker Scott Bedke to call the House back from recess so we can consider legislation. And also tell them the voters will hold them accountable.
Something the Lieutenant Governor echoed.
Bring back the legislature, the House of Representatives, so that we can address this issue. The clock is ticking.
Some who attended the gathering say they were inspired by what they heard, but in the end, they are tired of the talk and want to see action.
I want to see our government at the state level stand up for our rights.
It's going to take the people acting, not just sitting by and expecting something to happen.
At the event, the lawmakers reminded people that technically the House is still in recess and its Speaker could call them back at any time. And once they do reconvene, the Senate has 3 days to follow. They do not need the governor's authorization. Reporting from Boise, Steve Kirsch, KMVT.
Well, COVID-19 heavily impacted long-term care facilities, not only in Idaho, but nationwide at the start of the pandemic. And now